the 9th of July today. Three news stories. Some credible news sources have confirmed that humanitarian aid supplies on their way to Tigray are being blocked in Amhara region. Who is blocking these aid supplies? Secondly, I'll have a look at western Tigray, which areas have been taken by Tigray defense forces so far. Thirdly, Eritrea has officially requested UNHCR to look into reports of Eritrean refugees killed in Tigray by TPLF members. Let's look at the first news story. For the past few days, we have been hearing that humanitarian aid supplies to Tigray are being blocked. But we were waiting for some sort of confirmation. We were waiting for some on-ground information about what's happening about this aid. Who is blocking them? Now, some credible news sources are reporting that humanitarian aid supplies to Tigray have been blocked in Amhara region. AD Standard and some other sources have reported that 9 trucks of World Food Program, they were stopped in Amhara region. They were stopped in Maket Woreda of North Wollo zone, and for 3 days the trucks were not allowed to proceed towards Mekelle and towards Samira area of Afar region. Local police intervened. Administration of this Woreda, they intervened. Locals of the area, they were not allowing these trucks to pass through this Woreda towards Tigray and Afar regions. And some local militias, they wanted this humanitarian aid supplies to be distributed in Maket Woreda. There are more than 2,000 internally displaced persons in Maket Woreda as well. But ultimately the trucks had to be returned. Trucks could not be allowed by the police and the local authorities to proceed towards Mekelle and Samira zone of Afar region. This news story has been shared by several news sources. It has been confirmed, viewers, that humanitarian aid supplies to Tigray are being blocked in Amhara region. It's not that police is blocking, that government officials are blocking this aid supplies. Locals are also blocking the aid supplies. Why is that locals are blocking aid supplies? There has been so much hate mongering on both sides that ethnic tensions are running high. Amharas believe that Tigrayans want to push them out of the areas which they are entitled to. Tigrayans believe that Amharas tried to destroy them in Tigray. So now there must be some sort of maturity shown by leaders. But we have seen some very irresponsible statements from Amhara region's president. He said Volkayet and Raya would be graveyards for TPLF. So in such a scenario, with such provocative statements, definitely emotions are high. So locals are not allowing any aid to pass through some areas of Amhara state. Secondly, our second news story is about Western Tigray. What's happening there, in which areas is fighting underway. What I can confirm so far, viewers, is that Humera has not been taken by Tigray defense forces so far. Some TDF supporters and some news sources claimed, they've been claiming for the past few days that Humera has been taken. No, Humera has not been taken by Tigray defense forces. Humera is still being controlled by regional forces of Amhara, Eritrean forces, Ethiopian National Defense Forces. What about other areas? Tasagade, Volkayet's main towns, Adiramats, Maigaba. Who is in control of these places? Today, some TDF-backed news sources claim that Korarat and Maigaba had fallen, that TDF was in control of these areas, and that Adi Goshu had also been taken by Tigray Defense Forces. And they are saying that Tsagade has also been taken by TDF. Well, according to my information, Korarat has not been taken by TDF. Same is the case with Adi Ramat. Adi Ramat has not been taken by Tigray Defense Forces so far. When I am recording this video, so far Tigray Defense Forces have not taken control of Humera. They have not taken control of Adi Ramat. Fighting was happening in Adi Goshu 48 hours ago. Status of Adi Goshu is still unclear. Has TDF managed to take control of this area? It's not clear. But TDF are trying to advance after taking Adi Goshu towards Volkayat. I said in a previous video, if you remember, that Adi Ramat is the main place. If Adi Ramat is taken by Tigray Defense Forces, they can march towards Humera. Adi Ramat has not been taken by Tigray Defense Forces. Adi Ramat and Maigabo, they are two main towns of Volkayat. Tsagade is right on Tigray-Amhara border. Tsagade has not been taken by TDF as well. There is very heavy deployment of Amhara regional forces, Amhara militias in Tsagade, which is right on Tigray-Amhara border. So this is the latest on Western Tigray. Tigray Defense Forces are advancing, but it does not mean that they have swept across Western Tigray, Northwestern Tigray. Lastly, viewers, Eritrea has officially taken up the issue of alleged killings of Eritrean refugees in Tigray by Tigray People Liberation Front. Eritrean officials today confirmed that they have talked to UNHCR, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee officials. They have held meetings with them, and they have informed them that Eritrean refugees have been attacked and killed by Tigray People Liberation Front members in Tigray after Mekelle came under the control of Tigray Defense Forces. UNHCR so far has not confirmed that any Eritrean refugees have been killed by TPLF or any militias aligned with TPLF, but Eritrean officials, Eritrean envoys to the UN, they are taking up this issue. They want UNHCR to investigate into these reports that Eritrean refugees have been killed by TPLF members after Mekelle came under the control of TDF. So far, no confirmation, viewers, that Eritrean refugees have been killed by TPLF members after the fall of Mekelle. Thank you for watching.